It lives! Sorry, I changed how OBS works, so I couldn't change the entire scene without... I didn't have my microphone set up on the... Okay. Hi. Hi. Hi, Skull Offender. I'm the only one here right now. Thank you for being here. We have glorious PowerPoint slide transitions. Because I finally figured out how to do scene transitions in OBS. I guess I could just copy the microphone over right now. Because I think when I do this, if I click this, I'm going to keep talking. I'm pretty sure it's going to cut me off. And now I think you can hear me again. It's as simple as copying and pasting the microphone, but look at that glorious PowerPoint slide transition. We love it. We love it. We love it. Anyway, it lives. The bot is working. Yeah, it did cut me off. Okay. But it's worth it. It's worth it for the transition. The transition. Anyway, for some reason it signed me out of the bot. So I had to sign back in, even though I have auto connect connected. So I just had to reconnect that. So no issue. Maybe I want to talk about. I don't know. Oh, I did decide that for the future, to like tease upcoming videos, I was posting them with like the shorts and the TikToks with the dates underneath, and I do it a few days before and like one after. I think I've decided that in the future I'm just gonna post them all after the video comes out. I think that makes more sense. So I have the shorts ready, but they won't be coming out before the video anymore. Anyway, welcome to Psychopomp. This is possibly a short game. Is the poll working? Yes, poll is working. Possibly short. I don't know how long this is going to be. So we may play a different game afterward. This game looks crunchy. As usual, I don't know a damn thing. I bought this. No, this game was free actually. I think this might be the first free game we've played here on stream. Usually they cost a cheap amount of money. But this is free. I actually have so many free games on my wish list, and I wanted to get through at least one of them, because when I sort my wish list, I always buy games that are on sale or really cheap, and these games are always at the top of my wish list, clogging up stuff because they're free. And I guess I should just play more free games, but my thought is I always need to buy a new free game, a new cheap game. I think you should add time to video announcements too. I'm a little confused. You'll have to further explain. Time to video announcements. Oh, okay. Date is good, but 24-hour window is so long. I always post them at 12 p.m. 12 p.m. my time, which is 1 hour before I go live usually. Anyway, I should probably start the game. Also, hi, Sand. Yeah, this is Sand. Hello. What are you doing tonight? It's Psychopomp. Psycho. Everyone. Oh god, this is faster than I thought it was. Did you know that everyone has special powers and they've kept it secret from me my entire life? And I won't stand for that. That's why I made a helmet. I call it Machine that lets me read people's minds when I want to. Or Psychopomp for short. But something happened when I put it on. It didn't let me read people's minds, but it let me see something else. A world that was hidden from me, that everyone knew about. A world hidden in plain sight, with all sorts of animals and creatures and dead bodies. There are catacombs hidden under every public government building. This is a schizophrenia game. I will not allow any more secrets to be kept from me. Helmet vision. What are the controls? What am I looking at? I like the face. I guess this is helmet POV. We infiltrate the government secrets. The government buildings. You're in the world. Use WASD to move and turn. Use Q and E. Okay. To strafe. Shift to sprint. Items are important to many things. To pick up an item, choose the touch mode of interaction. Click on the item. This is a crackhead conspiracy game. I fear that this game fits right in with us. You can talk to people and do many other things with them too, though they may lie to you in ways. Nondescript girl. I can't take it. It's only going to get worse and worse. Okay. Some doors need to be opened with items. To use an item on something, open the inventory with the inventory button. Then drag the item onto the door. Is this inventory? Oh, that's very satisfying. I love being mechanical. Good work, keep going. There's so much work to be done tonight. You can hold control to look around freely. What does that mean? Hold control? I'm holding control. Oh, like this. The creatures here. Woof. Oh. King of all dogs. Don't idle here. You have much to do. Don't worry, for there is a plan to everything. I'm sure you will see in due time, my friend. He's still a cutie. The best kinds of... Oh, wow. Whoa. The world map. Dare we go to sewage treatment? The children's hospital or the public school? Yeah, I most definitely made a mask that lets me see the way the world truly is, and I'm not just crazy and schizophrenic and seeing crazy shit. I suppose we start with one. Gameplay tip. The world can be dangerous. Be careful. Look at this. Look at the way she's shaking. This is crackhead. This is a crackhead game. Real world tip. The cure for cancer was discovered in 1994 by a man known as Marcel A. Linden. Linden was unfortunately killed in 1994 when he was impaled by a child's crayon drawing. I need my meds. I think I need my meds. It's not hard to enter a public building. The buffoon who invented locks and windows have never heard of a hammer. Okay, so I'm breaking and entering, and using my homemade helmet, I can see the truth. And clearly the truth has shown me that that regular dog is the dog of God or whatever. The dog of all dogs. And that its face just splits open to talk to me. Oh, can I enter these side rooms? My hammer? Oh, I love the hammer. Oh, I love the hammer, actually. I've unlocked my favorite ability, the hammer. She's so cute. I do like her. I love me a crazy person. Face the hammer. Get in my way and face the hammer. Get bonked. Water treatment. Oh yeah, this is the sewage building, right? Human waste being processed and cleaned, made acceptable for consumption again. Chemicals being added to chemicals to remove chemicals. Must bonk. If water treatment is for our safety and concern, why is there an elevator heading straight into human waste? What could be hidden down there? And if it's such a big secret, why is it so easy to go down there? Sick fucks. This game is... Everything about this is so good. The visuals are amazing. I don't yet understand the point of this grid-based movement system yet. I feel like this game could have worked just fine being, like, there's even a control to move around your camera freely if you could just move around freely, period. I think that could be nice. I want to see more freaks. Where are the other freaky NPCs? I want to see what the real world hides. There's something. Kawaii stock. Oh, hello! My, aren't you a cute one? Say, isn't there nothing better than being tangled up? Would you like to be tangled up? Okay. Does everything just have... The double stalk thing looks at you with all of its eyes. It seems to beckon you. Now what if I... Oh dear. I knew the hammer was an option. I didn't think it would work. I didn't think it would work so well. Well, I'm on the evil path now. I murder all the creatures. Oh my god! Right, this is a horror game. Usually we play games just for the vibes. Why? I always have to test it out. I always have to test it out. Key door. No, no! See, the enemies look just like them. The enemies. Can we be friends? Nugget. It's simply so fun to live off of human waste. We funnel human byproduct into our queen, who in turn replicates the raw material into flesh and milk for us. Some of them are friendly, but the walking ones are crazy. Dare I smash that one? When did my status change? Was that when I first bonked the friendly one? Maybe I did provoke them. Oh, I got hit, didn't I? My vial here is not full. There's another one. I kind of want to exterminate them all. See, this is what the government is hiding. Abominations. Biggest fan. My key! My special key! The queen gave it to me. My special love gave it to me. If anyone ever took it, I'd explode. I'd be so mad. These are abominations. Disgusting, disgusting abominations. Created by the humans' runoff. They don't deserve life. Did that just drain all of my health? See, if I'm playing a crackhead character, I gotta be in the crazy crackhead mindset. I must murder all of these abominations. Do I have healing? And what's the purple goop? What's the purple goop tube? I know what the red goop tube is. I think the purple door was upstairs. Yeah, no work there. I fear it may be over for me, whatever my name is. Everything's getting a bonk. This feels like a boss fight. Well, I'm going to die at some point. Who are we? Not Psychopomp. Psychopomp is the name of the helmet I'm wearing. Well, you're giving me items here. Let's talk first. Oh, hee hee. Is it time for me to go? Is there something I've misunderstood about dialogue? Is there a button to continue dialogue, or is it just always one dialogue box? Heavy is the crown. The guillotine has been set since before the queen was born, and will be set for many generations of milk babies like her to come. I'll take the key, and I love me a mysterious syringe found in the sewer. Use this on me. There we go. She was a good queen. However, like all good queens, she must eventually be recycled. Do us a favor and use those hands to get your job done. Hands? Or hammer? You feel your hand on the queen's forehead. It feels cold and glassy like porcelain. Her form has taken up the entire room, swollen from years of gestation and propagation. After all this time, look at that lovely smile. I love the bong. Will this work? You know, leave it to a crackhead to invent some kind of crazy helmet that lets you see the way the world truly is, but they still run around with a hammer as a weapon. I fear the queen is invincible. How dare you try to tell me to murder the queen? How dare they bother me with an impossible task? I think I need to get behind it. It looked like there could possibly be a room behind it. I can't go that way. Hello? Like back there, maybe? Okay, I'm assuming the key's for the area down there. I want to go to the area to the side, because I didn't look over there. This area. April 19th. I feel like I just woke up. The other day was for the first time. I have memories before Sunday, but they just feel so hazy, so much less vivid. I feel so awake now, so real. I can't stop smiling. Something good has happened. It's happened. First self-portrait. I assume that's from one of the goop runoff creatures. Is this where I came in? Oh, this is interesting. You're not friendly. What is hammer range? You're kind of built like a bird. Place of remembrance. Visit a church. Oh, did not mean to do that. The kind of concrete you want to lick. Full of textures and holes. It's a statue meant to be worshipped, though a bit crude. The wings are quite striking. We worship our insect-like goddess. There's another abomination down here. You have hair. Albino Thrate? Ah, you startled me. This holy place has been overrun by those sparkle-eyed freaks. I can barely do anything to keep them away. Oh, I fear I don't have it in me to put this one down. This one is friend-shaped. Look at that thing. The Thrate woman's eyes looks angry, but mostly tired. Oh, hi, BB. So what's the lore so far? Why do we got a hammer? Yeah, the lore is I am a crackhead. I've made a helmet that lets me see the true way the world is, and I've discovered that the government is hiding creatures and monsters all around us for all the time. So this helmet lets me see the real world, and I'm infiltrating government buildings and whatnot to find the truth. Because totally I'm not crazy, and this helmet is totally showing me the truth, the truth. I feel like I was here. Where did I spawn in here? No, I was up here. Wait, that doesn't make any sense. I'm very confused. I'm extra confused. Because this is... Oh, this is where I spawned in. So I just didn't go down that way. And then down here is... Right, I didn't look around. I didn't go up this way. I completely forgot about this room. There's a thingy. I love not being able to tell whether or not the creatures are enemies or not. You look like the same thing I met outside the church. Great woman. Watch your step, Wayward. The bridge is out. I've been throwing rocks into this chasm for hours, and I haven't heard one hit the bottom. Suspicious of your intentions. What did she say to me again? Watch your step, the bridge is out. The chains. The chain stretching into oblivion. Oh wait, I could look. Now that's a hole. Okay, I have that key. I love me a good hole. And that's a mighty impressive hole. Okay, key was all the way down here. I forgot there's... Am I running? Is this faster? Didn't it say shift? I think this is faster. Jump in. I don't think it would even if I tried, because when I approach ledges, it just stops me. Oh, that's what purple is. Purple goop is stamina. Okay, so keep in mind to sprint away from enemies. Oh god. Bonk! They love the bonk. That's a scream of fun. I scream like that all the time when I'm having fun. There's a switch up there too. The hole. We can traverse it now. We love a traversable hole. Now where could this lead me? Because a shortcut back would be nice. But I don't think there was any other rooms that could loop back into any of the other... Oh, yeah, this room. There was a gate on this side. Key? I can't pause the game. It's probably this. What does this do? That changes the language. The menu didn't even have an options screen either. And I don't think there's music in this game. There might be, but I think it's very low. And I would like to increase it, because the game is quite quiet. Oh, tab opens inventory for convenience. Wait, I just went the same way I was, didn't I? I was just here. Where's the hole room? Guys, I've lost my hole. Oh, that was back up. 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 So, yeah, back this way. And you know, there's no reason this game should be free. And also, there must be music for this game. There's no reason this game should be free because this is a good experience. There's a This is good. But also, I think there's music right now, but it's just so quiet. But yeah, this game is free. The only thing you can buy for it is the soundtrack. So the music is existent. The creature crossed. I think that's her over there. The bridge was raised, but there's nothing over here. I had hoped there may be food that I could bring to my village, but I suppose it was just a pipe dream. All that is here is a lousy, rusty lever. Why are you scavenging in the sewers for food? I fear the queen is now queenant. We must now go check on the queen. Queen? God? No, I'm just... This was in the vague shape of the god creature I saw. What is this? Don't do that. You got an egg of the earth. Press any key to continue. My most prized possession. I'm a mother now. Transient location? Ooh, save game. The world can be dangerous. Be careful. Real world tip. All food you have ever eaten is rotten. You have never tasted fresh food. I believe that one. Transient location. Starting point. The threat woman seems lost in thought. Is this the empty chrysalis? Oh, that's not in my inventory. This is just a lore realm, I think. We have a queen out there. Well, another one. Alright, let's infiltrate the children's hospital. What horrors awaits in there? What could the government be hiding? That's the cancer one. We already did that. Oh, gameplay tip. Some creatures do not like the light. Oh, I love infiltrating government institutions and bashing everything in the head with my hammer. Children's hospitals have the same smell to them. It's a clean smell that somehow makes you want to vomit. Like a mixture of bleach, and Elmer's glue. I love it. Doctors will always smile at you when they say they cannot help you. Give them the copay and die more as they tell you that you aren't full of cancer, aren't full of incurable illnesses. You're only sick once. Every doctor says that. Where are the creatures? I know these halls are have creatures roaming in them, and not people who work here. I'm totally not going to be bashing in the heads of nurses and doctors. Hospitals feel the same. Hospitals feel like the safest place to be, even though I know they aren't. They're the least. Hold on, guys. The turtle is supposed to be a silent creature, so it's always weird when I hear a noise coming from his tank. Because the only time he ever makes noise is when he spits out, like, air, and he's not supposed to be doing that. That's a sign of bad. But he seems fine. Hospitals feel like the safest place to be, even though I know they aren't. They're the least safe place. A place that will swallow you whole and give you a disease. A place that will cut you open and make others feel good about it. You have a turtle? Have I never mentioned the turtle? The tire, the tortellini? He's bald and he's evil. He's bald and he's evil. Hold on. I'll have to make an Instagram post. Actually, he's on my Instagram. He's bald and he's evil. He's malicious. Hold on, we gotta take a break from the crackhead. Yep. That's Turtle. That's George the Tire. Actually, he's a pet tire. He's also a menace, and he begs for food, and he acts like I never feed him. I'm a snail, and I know how weird it is when they actually emit sound. Yeah. Post your turtle on Discord and reveal its name. He is George. He's an aquatic turtle. He has a tank. And he's always in the room a few feet away from me. Anyway, hospital bad. Hospital bad, scary place. And although the elevator is there, I can smell it. That smell of rust and petrol breaking through the clean hospital smell. The door is wide open, waiting for me to enter. So we always descend into the elevator that's 100% here, into the bowels of this government institution. This government-owned building. The elevator cutscene is so good, it's like a descent into madness. I see the creature. It is Nurse. Ethereal Nurse. Welcome to the lower wing. Here, we help to preserve the most important individuals of humankind, both in honor of their contributions and as a sign for the rest of humanity to follow. The nurse looks at you through an eyeless void, You just know she's thinking about meat. Are you being preserved? Plato is before you. He quivers and shakes in a perverse way. I was right about everything in my life, except for the cave. I was totally off the mark with that shot. No matter, there's no better sound than the sound of children, the touch of children, the smell of children. Socrates agrees with me, so you know it's good and right. You disgust me. You disgust me! But he is immune. The hospital has made him immortal. Let's get rid of that guy. What do you mean there's no better thing than children? Oh my, must every room be loud? Here, I'm gonna lower it in OBS for you guys, but I'm going to suffer. Cleopatra is before you. She moves and shakes in an ambitious, dangerous way. There's nothing better in life than having people think you're helping them. Popularity is absolutely key when moving forward. If you play your cards right, anything seems necessary. A massacre. A young girl with a slit throat. The dissolution of a people. A crushed slave revolt. They'll do it all for you, if you know how. What if I smash this? Everything is an undulating pile of flesh meat. Alexander the Great is before you. He quivers and slops in a violent way. There's nothing greater in this world than the feeling of battle. To conquer and to be conquered. To feel that warm slick on your hand. Wouldn't you agree? I would do anything to feel another man's blood again. Let me fix the volume now. That should be good. Maybe I need to find items for each of these three. We descend. Oh my, that looks difficult to read. Recently, uncovered texts reference two enigmatic figures. Savenesh Vishniri, Queen of Venus, and Kresner Colvin, King of Mercury. Several ancient textiles depict these beings creating the heavenly bodies and weaving the universe. Their names seemingly refer to two fictitious planets, Venus and Mercury respectively, which they held dominion over. It is thought that these figures acted as a subject of worship. However, their descriptions and depictions within the textiles match no known religions or cultures. Figure A. Symbols of the aforementioned deities. Note the upright cross, possibly denoting a connection to Christianity. Just lore? I've walked down this hallway for lore? I need to have the hammer out. Oh. I just know you would love a hammer. They're immune to hammer attacks. I think I preferred the sewer. The hospital is drab and dreary. The nurse wears a plastic keycard around her neck. What a time to be alive. Ah, it's really great to get outside every once in a while. Make sure you're going outside. If you're not doing that, you're practically killing yourself. I fear I have a need for the keycard. Bonk! I think I have now disturbed the residents of this place. I can't help it. That was the only way. The only way to acquire the keycard. That's it? I came all this way just to get the keycard? And there's dead hallways? Dead ends? There's only one other way to go. The purple draws me in. The nurse looks off in a daze, thinking of the wonderful heavenly bodies. Beautiful night, isn't it? It makes me feel a lot better to know that when I look at the moon, someone is looking back. Oh, that is quite beautiful. I enjoy the moon as well. That was quite a little. That was a little literal, wasn't it? Though, the moon literally is looking back. But see, this is what the government hides from you. The moon is actually a giant eyeball. The people need to wake up and build themselves. Oh, is this keycard door? Is that what this is? Yeah, I see. But it's one keycard per door. And I think I'm underneath one of the hospital patients. There's a switch here, though. Well, what does this say? What do I think of this? Majora's Mask Moon. I thought it was cheese. See, that's the... No, that... The moon being made of cheese is what the government wants you to think. See, that's their cover-up conspiracy. They give us little conspiracies to throw people off, to hide people from the truth. Oh dear, please no. The doctors. Hi there. You have something I would love to have. Keycard. You think about choking her with it. Each and every one of these small rooms house an important figure. Once the patient has grown enough, they'll be moved to their own main room up above. I need the keycard. Yeah, there was one of those doors back in that hallway I was in, which is probably what I was supposed to use the keycard for, because I assume this keycard I just picked up was for the door down here. But who did I just execute? Who was in this this right room here? You weren't Cleopatra, were you? I think this one was Cleopatra. Oh, look, healing. We must put down these immortal historical figures. The truth can only be gained through violence. The nurse looks at you through an eyeless void. You feel a plump kind of love coming from her. We've nourished our patients so well. Look at how plump and happy their bodies have become. I'm so proud of them. I disagree. I disagree with everything going on here. Everything must come to an end. The people need to know the truth. Now, what do I do about the last one? Were you here before? The nurse wears a keycard around her neck. As a thanks for their contributions to society, our patients are surrounded by their most favorite things in life. They'll never get bored, and they'll never be unhappy. You know what would make me happy? God. Good heavens. The hammer is so violent, I love it. Okay, I assume there was a door in the garden area. Just go, just go, just go. Because I need to be behind... down here, probably. Here it is. I can hear the children up above. The nurse looks at you through an eyeless void. She's trickling in a most vile way. You must understand. Nutrients and meat are siphoned from hospital patients from around the world to keep our VIP guests alive. It might seem brutal, but I bet you never even noticed it until now. Quiet the children. I always knew it. I always knew it. The rich survive off of the blood of the children. The elite. The things they do in our children's hospitals. We did it. You got an egg of Earth. Another transients location. Gameplay tip. Some tips are outright lies. Real world tip. Scientists have discovered that humans from 100,000 years ago featured a holy orifice in the head, no longer present, as it is believed this orifice disappeared after the Crusades. Oh, I miss my orifice. Great Village. Transient location. Guys, give me my head orifice back, how about? All of us are supposed to have an orifice. And thralls are like mole people. Like mole people. These guys. It's like the mole people theory. The conspiracy. The thrall woman looks very hungry. But more than that, she looks worried. Food has been hard to come by. We have to go out searching, and sometimes those who go looking don't come back. It's impossible to raise livestock down here. If you find any food, please bring it here. The thrall woman eyes you up and down, distrust in her expression. Our village was forced down here after all the humans appeared on the surface. It's horrible. This is our home. And to this place, our world, Earth, makes me sick. The thrall child is no older than 2 years. Yesterday I ate a rat. It was real gross. Everyone tells me we used to eat all sorts of stuff, but now it's just rats and old hamburgers. I think we should all rise up and eat the humans for what they've done to us. They deserve it. They produce so much waste that it creates life, abominations in the sewers. And in our hospitals, our children's hospitals, they harvest from the young to provide for the rich and wealthy. The thrall woman eyes you up and down, trying to figure out what exactly you are. Up on the surface the other day, I saw a human get hit by a car. Everything inside of them spilled out. Nothing but dust and clay. Those are the gods I just read about. Those are their icons, right there and right there. I guess those gods must be part of the religion of the Thralts. And I assume this is another religious symbol then. Anyway, we have more immortal creatures to put down. What horrors lie in wait in our children's schools? Oh, there's another one. Gameplay tip. Not every enemy is a friend. Real world tip. A man claiming to be God appeared on American soil in 1965. He was immediately shot down by the CIA. John McCone was quoted saying, "We got him." Get all your news from this woman. She's very trustworthy. She's very trustworthy. You see, the amount of trustworthiness you can see from a person is based on how much they jitter and shake constantly. So since she's jittering and shaking so much, you can tell that she's very trustworthy. Balls. Balls. Balls! Hey, can you hear me? Yes, we can hear you. Good, I hope you're doing well. It's boring here. I'm dying of boredom. I can't stand the desert. Blah. What's the status? The queen? She's awake, but still dormant, trying to hide. The queen from the cocoon. Doesn't matter, though. Her progress is perfect. What about the other one? The king is still fast asleep, like a big dumb snoring baby. Good. Do not wake him up until I tell you to. The last thing we need to deal with is both of them at the same time. Not until everything is ready. Ah, do we have to? There's nothing to do around here. Especially these little puppets. They're boring, not like the real thing. These ones don't squirm right, and they make such a mess when they pop. Have patience. Soon we'll have more fun than ever before. Ah, if you say so. You're the boss. Am I a good boy? That's the dog! The best of boys. The king of all boys. Once we see you again, I'll give you a big, nice bone. Sounds lovely. I'll look forward to that. Oh wait, is this channel secure? Should be. Not like it matters. Nothing gets past my helmet. My crackhead helmet. Nobody listening can do anything. That's the dog from the beginning. And a mysterious second party. And now it's time for the public school. Oh, there's another one. Gameplay tip. Sanity medication hurts your teeth. Real world tip. Every building, from hospitals to homes, contains a room that acts as the heart of the building, delivering blood and nutrients to the building's extremities. Try to find your house's heart. Probably in the walls right next to the copper wiring. Everyone open up your walls. Transient body. Transient location. Daddy's bad place. Is this a TV? An old, dusty TV set. It's me in the walls. I yearn to be in the walls, actually.
Repeat. At 3:45 a.m. today, a state of emergency was declared following the appearance of a large unknown insect-like creature in the mountainous borough of Central City. The creature is unpredictable and is considered to be highly dangerous. This is not a drill. If you are inside, stay inside. If you are outside, find the nearest shelter. If you are thinking, stop thinking. The insect may appear to you as a human. It is not. It is an aberration of your imagination and does not exist. Stay away from the insect, as it is highly dangerous. Do not attempt to communicate with the insect, as it is highly dangerous. The insect is not real. The insect is not real. The insect is not real.
That was hard to understand, but I think they said there's a giant creature in the city and that this is not a drill, but then at the end it said something is not real. I don't know if it said the end is not real, the exit is not real, or if the creature is not real, but it's clearly this queen that escaped is rampant. It is rampant. Now, why is this called Daddy's bad place? I sense some trauma from our protagonist. Now it is time for the public school. The worst place of all. Gameplay tip. Not every enemy is a friend. Real world tip. The real JFK's then aborted foetus? That's not how you spell fetus. Is it? Foetus? Was found by the Department of Justice in 2006. Guys, what's a foetus? Do we want to learn a word today? It's just a different spelling of... No. I type in foetus and it gives me fetus. Maybe that was just a... Wait, no. Is it foetus or fetus? Oh, foetus means the same word, but it's particularly used in British English. I did not know that. Foetus and fetus are the same word. It's just a regional thing. Depends on where you live. Oh god. The public school. Keep that smile going. Old place where they put the loud kids. Is that the elevator? Through the smell of pencil wood and erasers, I can smell something new. A thick, iron smell. I'm getting close. The elevator is down this way. I can feel it, even if I can't see it. It's like a vein that goes down into a heart. Let's take a look around a bit more, because I think there's going to be more dialogue. More dialogue on the public schools. That door is suspicious looking. Dead end. I look into each of the classrooms and there is only nerve cell clusters sitting at each of the desks. I close my eyes tightly and I think I might be at the other side of the school. Oh, this is the crackhead energy I yearn for. When you sleep inside a school, you learn new things. When I sleep inside a school, I taste new things. This is the kind of crackhead I yearn to be one day. Okay, elevator time. Time for our descent into madness. This is such a good transition, such a good cutscene. Loading screen. Head of production. Welcome to my factory. I trust that you will find your own way around here. See, the public education system. Hold on. This is the main factory floor. I know this is a bit much to ask, but there is a machine surrounding my head. One that will smash it into a fine putty. Will you go and turn off the safeguards so that the machine will turn on? See, the public schools turn all of your children into cogs for the machine. Oh dear, what are you? The metal man twitches and stares at the gears with a sense of lust. Having a factory under an elementary school is so pragmatic. Wouldn't you agree? It affords us so many opportunities we wouldn't have otherwise. Oh? Oh my god, that's the creature? Oh, is that the department head or whatever? Hi there. The metal man thinks about cool things in the future. This is my favorite building in the factory. When a small child has outlasted their use, we melt them down into slag and turn that into new butter knives and egg slicers. I think that recycling is beautiful, don't you? Sorry guys, I misinterpreted the conspiracy. Clearly, under every school is a factory that melts down children and turns them into everyday conveniences. Please back up. Get away from me. Safeguard on. I need to disable the safeguard. The metallic man looks at you disdainfully. Huh? Let you buy to shut down the safeguards, so you can crush the head of the factory. You'd gotta be stupid if you think I'd do that. You gotta be a dumbass if you think I'd do that. Safeguard off. Nothing stands in the way. Nothing stands in my way. What is this? What is coming out of though? It feels like they're skulls. Skulls. Can't tell. Well, I can hear children. Well, that's one safeguard. Was there two? Or am I just assuming there's two? I didn't go down the main path. I probably should have done that at the start. The metal man smiles at you and grimaces too. The head of the factory is up ahead. The fucker keeps begging us to kill him. Doesn't he know how important it is to continue manufacturing? Gotta talk to him before I kill him. I think there's one final switch to press. My life has turned into an endless line of misery and illness. I beg of you, if you have any mercy in your soul, please kill me, and make it as painful as possible. Guess that's it. For now. What is that? Looks like a spider. And now we go for the other safeguard. I'm tempted to see what happens if I die. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Transient location. Gameplay tip. Sometimes you shouldn't touch things. Real world tip. Viruses do not exist. Illness is simply in your body, punishing you for what you have done wrong. Oh yeah, I did this one. Okay, let's go for that left path first. Didn't I do this one as well? The transient locations are just all available to me. Well, I want to visit them at least anyway in case these are required for another transient location to pop up. Or like for the ending or something. So I at least want to trigger the events that go on here. Whatever, I'll go afterward. Gameplay tip. The world can be dangerous. Be careful. Real world tip. Inanimate objects feel pain. Make sure you hit them against things as hard as you can. They deserve it. Okay, so a death is a full-on restart of the level. Let's make sure we do the crushers first in case I fail them again. I should probably also use the strafe buttons. I don't want to, but I think that's the key to not getting crushed. Touch everything. I'm so happy. I'm so happy to be a crackhead. There's a note there I missed. Open Valley. When the child looks to the sky, they will make believe about stars, planets, and other impossible lights shining above. When the adult looks to the sky, they will see no light, but take comfort in it. There is no range in the nothingness. There's no danger in the nothingness. When the dead looks to the sky, they will smile and close their eyes, seeing that there was light all along. Stupid. There are no stars. Real world tip. If you type COVID and conspiracy in the same message, YouTube will time you out. Please nobody do that. That's a very good real world tip. We gotta have a gameplay tip to balance that out though. Gameplay tip. Every time I close my eyes, I would love to see a gameplay tip and a real world tip. Okay, strafing buttons. Q and E. So just hold shift. And I got this. 1, 2. If I don't even need to hold shift. If I just strafe properly. Because I waste time with turning my camera. 1, 2, 1, 2. No, 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 no. Damn it, I pressed A instead of Q. Gameplay tip. Camera goes bonk. What's the point of the compass? That's legitimately just a compass there. It's always pointing north, isn't it? Okay. I have my fingers on W and Q. That's the only buttons I need to press. And now I reorient myself. And then W and E. Then reorient myself. This one's faster, isn't it? Anyway, W and Q. Reorient myself. W and Q again. Hi there. Medallion Man chatters his teeth when the crushers smash into the floor. Oh, you made it through. That's the sign of a good worker. A good worker doesn't follow safety protocols, and does not die when doing so. Why? And what is this? Oh, nice. There's a shortcut back, I think. There's teeth. Medallion Man stands in place. It smells like enamel around here. This is where we make parasitic enamel. Once mature, the enamel will be applied to the teeth of the children up above, and will learn new things from the words they speak. This information is fed to a generative model, which we will use to create new lessons for the children. Not the AI. Not children's teeth feeding AI. We must shut this down. This is the truth behind ChatGPT, guys. Teeth are grown and implanted into children so that when they speak, it feeds a generative AI model that teaches them how to be cogs in the machine. Medallion Man stands in place. He guards the computer with his life. Oh, god damn it. Is the head of production trying to kill himself again? Let me guess. He sent you here so you could crush his skull. Not gonna happen, dumbass. Get the hell out of here. Oh, I love doing that. Compasses are cool. Teethes them? Don't get me started on dentists. See, if this is just what the schools do to children's teeth, you don't want to know about what the dentists do. Guys, never ever use a restroom. You don't want to know what happens to your waste. It's nefarious things happen to your waste. Never go to a hospital. They will harvest your organs for the rich and wealthy. And never, ever go to a public school. Oh god. And never go to the dentist. These are our rules. I'm learning so much today. I know, right? I know. There was another one I forgot. Don't die! Don't die! Syringe from previous level. Thank you so much. The safeguards are off. We have one last switch to hit. Yeah, okay. We shut down the factory. Yay! We saved the children! You got an egg of the earth! That's it, guys. We beat all the levels. We saved the world from the government. We've collected all the eggs of whatevers. And now it's time to entrance. Gameplay tip. Make sure to use items sparingly. They are rare. Real world tip. Sorry, I read that wrong. Real world tip. There is at least one biocomputer mainframe stored in every public government building. Whoa. The truth. I see the truth. I'm falling. I feel like it's been coming for a while. Damn it. Deeper into the earth. Deeper into dirt and rock. And veins and sinew. Real world tip. There is a Mariana Trench under every town. Mariana Trench. I don't get no elevator cutscene because I fell into the Mariana Trench. Please don't. Are you evil? The girl structure floats happily. Girl structure, huh? Floats happily. I don't like these things. This is what it's all been building towards. Under every town is a Mariana Trench with girl structures and a mysterious white sigil that transports you into the center of the earth. Hollow Earth theory? This is it. The life meat of the world. I see it, and I somehow know exactly what to do. Finger movements and speaking words. I know but have never heard. A warmth, a love. I will make you anew, born to flesh from ash and clay. There you are, my wonderful child. The world has been changed. It's been twisted into something it is not. It will change more. Perhaps that is inevitable. Let us awake you, siblings. There are no secrets now. I see everything within my domain. Thank you, dear Hamlet. You are perfect in every way, baby. I'm feeling pretty good. Let's leave this hole and never look back. I'm God. I'm the religious figure. Psychopomp, a game by Finn Tankway. Thanks to the world. Love you. Thanks for playing. Stick around for the song. We love a song. We love a crackhead song. So, what was about that? What was the second plotline about? Congrats. Wait, I actually love this song. Oh my. Listen to Psychopomp's song. I love me a crackhead experience. This was so fun. This was a good game. Definitely, this person should have charged me for this though, because it's worth money. This is worth money. Although it is short. This would I wish I could have paid for this. Oh, the song is fantastic. The song is fantastic. We could sit here all day and listen to this over and over again. This game was like evil Gorillaz game? Like the band? Gorillaz? I don't know much about Gorillaz. Forbidden location. Post-game content? Because I was gonna say, what was with the second plot line of that queen who hatched and the king lying in dormant and the dog? Forbidden location. Library. Oh god, don't get me started on what goes on in the libraries. Good lord. Good lord. Every government-funded institution. Oh god. Why must they make the text massive and small? Caldman 4, the brilliant interstellar phenomenon lighting up our skies. I don't feel that I need to introduce you to the Caldman 4, the interstellar phenomenon that has been making headlines for the last month. One only has to look to the skies to see the bizarre sight. 4 brilliant lights, leading what looks like a trail of absolute darkness across the sky. The phenomenon has elicited all sorts of reactions, from wonder to outrage to outright panic. Many religious leaders have pointed to the Caldman 4 as a sign for jubilation of our end times to come. But what are they really? The answer is, we don't really know. The Caldman 4 were first discovered on January 16th, 2021 by Harris Caldman, a worker at the Green Bank Observatory in Green Bank, West Virginia. At the time, they were characterized as a set of several superheated interstellar objects moving through space at speeds previously unheard of. What of that dark space behind them? Though it might look as if the stars have simply disappeared, leading scientists assure that the stars are all most likely still there, but that their light has been absorbed and hidden from us by way of a phenomenon known as Hythe-Nightdale absorption. Light is absorbed into the trail of the Caldman 4 and expelled out at the skies known as the photon edge. So what, space is completely dark? Because we can't see this light of the stars anymore? Oh my. Oh dear. Hello? Oh, the public libraries hide the truth, actually. Is there a path here? Do I leave now? This is just a hidden location. I assume like the transient locations, these are just places you go for a bit of lore? I seem to have angered the world by reading that. I don't think there's any more to this area. Can I leave? Transient location. Gameplay tip. Make sure to use items sparingly. They're rare. Real world tip. Public schools are required to have at least 50 teeth of mammalian origin embedded into their north-facing walls for structural and safety reasons. We're back here again. Transient location starting point. The Drake woman seems lost in thought. Yeah, Queen's Chrysalis hatched. Okay. Why should I come back here? Maybe the transient location is just cycle? Because when I reloaded that other time, they just kept cycling out. I don't know, have I missed something here? Am I supposed to kill these things? Gameplay tip. Make sure to use items sparingly. They're rare. Real world tip. In 1956, a new disease appeared in Osaka, Japan. The symptoms included a strong cough, rash, and becoming a room. Luckily, the virus was contained and eradicated. Starting in 2001, the rooms have been rented out as a bed and breakfast. Should I murder? I haven't killed any of these straight women. That's an option. And this area is forbidden. Gameplay tip. There are multiple solutions to a problem. Real world tip. Every building, from hospitals to homes, contain a... Oh, I read that one. And this is just the note. This is just a note, I believe. This is the village. Okay, let's go back to the ending area. Gameplay tip. Sanity medication hurts your health. Real world tip. The queen of dragonflies is sleeping and smiling. So what if I don't interact with the thing at the beginning? Hello? Isn't how this started last time. I may be jittering too much. Connection to subject lost. Tracking alternative subject. Alternative subject found. Time to wake up. Whoa. I have a whole new rig. I'm a whole new person. In a whole new environment. What? There's an even deeper conspiracy here. The last person with the Psychopomp rig has ascended, and we lost connection to them. Which means someone was monitoring me? Dog, explain things to me. Meanwhile, view the epilogue. Ah, how nice to meet you. I do say, my good sir, your face seems to have broken and become abstracted. No matter, it happens to the best of us. We have more important things at hand. I am the king of all dogs, and I bring to you a very important warning. Look to the skies, do you not feel it? When you set your eyes on the bloody earth above, do you not see it? Something terrible has awoken. Soon it will descend upon the landscape and bring about utmost destruction. I must beseech you, you must put an end to it, so only you have the power to do so. I know a business-minded individual like yourself will have no problem figuring this out. We must make haste. I have some associates that I will introduce you to right away. Come along now, there is no time to lose. Wait, I was so interested in the second protagonist. Also, didn't the dog have similar dialogue to me at the beginning? Okay, it's giving me the first ending again, which is what I wanted to play when I replayed when this happened at first. Because I want to see what if I don't interact with the life, the earth life thing, the earth life meat. Because there were other paths around the area. And I want to see if I can walk down them. What if I smash the thing? And also, I want to see if it's possible to smash the eggs, the earth things I had been finding, because I've been picking them up. So I might do a new game after this one. Just to see if it's possible to get smashy. But then which is the fastest level to complete? Probably the last one, I think. There be other paths. Do they lead to anything? I guess not. There's only one fate for our crackhead lady. And it seems like the dog maybe has some influence on us. Maybe he's giving people the idea to make the Psychopomp rig for his own motives. Same thing. Okay, but I want to look around as the second guy a little more. And I don't understand exactly what happens, but I don't think I was meant to. But she definitely takes the form of that god figure we saw in the church. Oh no, it's giving me the first one again. Okay, I guess that's it then for Psychopomp. Okay. That was fun, guys. What'd you guys think? This was really good. I liked it. Gonna end the poll, see what's been voted upon. Because we do have time for another game. 5 people voted. The Dread Delusion has won. But first, let's take a look at this guy's Steam. The Steam. The Steam. I liked it a lot and learned. I know, such an educational game. Bear witness. The behind the scene. Anyway, the surprise me option was going to be this game. Garbage. We love it. We love some garbage. I love having garbage on retainer. But the fun part about this game is that there's people in this game. And then, I think we're just going to... Oh, I wanted to show off, this guy's account. Oh, we missed achievements. Pet the dog. Find a tick. We would have to restart for that. But there is another game this guy's made, which is on my wish list, and we will play at some point. Maybe I should buy the soundtrack just to support this guy, because I really did enjoy this. What even is the soundtrack, though? I definitely am gonna listen to that song again at some point. But he has made this person has made oh, I didn't look at this. That's because they don't look interesting to me. But this game that I would like to play at some point. Dream Wild. Oh, I love people who make weird games. It just changed genre on us even. That's crazy. It changed style of game. Now we're back to this. The world yearns for more weird games. I need a AAA weird game for real. Exactly like our cup of tea. Oh, I can do this. I can do that while I get the next game ready. Anyway, yeah, we're playing Dread Delusion. We've played it before. I'm sure everybody here knows that. But I've also been playing quite a bit of it off stream. So I'll tell you what I've been doing once I get into the game. But yeah, Dread Delusion and Death Trap Dungeon, those are going to be our backup games for a while. Or when we finish games early.
Our world is long since shattered, but hope still flickers in our darkest dreams.
Use
Few
Discord
would guess that our
from
fate
the
would be
overlay while
decided
playing?
upon the Oneric Isles,
What?
an almost forgotten archipelago.
It was my gift, yeah. Um... Dread Delusion... Oops. Oh. Andy, by the way, you have so many games on your wish list. Do you still like recommendations? I always like seeing new games. My wish list just keeps expanding and expanding because I look for too many games. I just I keep adding on to there, and I don't get through it fast enough because they're mostly games I would like to stream at some point. But it just keeps growing. Eventually, I hope that one day I'll clear out enough weird games from there that it will be small, but I'm going to continue adding more and more odd games to it. But yeah, I'm always looking for weird game recommendations. I even like just seeing them, just seeing the trailers and the screenshots. I need my controller for this. Hold on. Actually, I really will be right back. Actually, I have something I want to do. So I will be right back, and then we will continue. Go have a drink of water, grab a snack, do whatever it is you gotta do, but I will be right back. Okay, I'm ready. I am back. I returneth. Just re-familiarize myself with the controls. I think I'm good. That's spells. Attack. I've never blocked once in my life. A wise jump? X will open my inventory. And then it's like various buttons on the D-pad to cycle through things. Then for sad, depressed evil girl kissers. Magical cataclysmic Yuri. Am I female? I wonder where if I am. Is the protagonist female? Anyway, let me open the map. That's not how you open the map. So I have completed the Deadlands, I think fully to completion. So I recruited the person from there, and I recruited somebody in this area. So I'm in the last area now. I'm in the Clockwork Kingdom. I had just made it over here when I stopped playing. So this is an entirely new realm with new things to explore. And so far, I think I'm gathering that the people of the Clockwork Kingdom have some kind of split personality thing. What's down here? I love a little exploration. Change is a force that sweeps through the sky realms, unhindered. None can escape it. The Wiccans tried to resist and were ground to dust. Oh, and I pledged my allegiance to a god, by the way. I know that's illegal, but I did it anyway. But for some, the maelstrom of change is like wind for their sails. In the aftermath of the God War, the Sky Realms had a chance to choose their own masters. But here in the Clockwork Kingdom, that was not enough. Their cipher scribes and machinists committed to build their monarch from metal and magic. It was to be a realm where any common laborer could draw on the power of a god, where every belly would be full. But to embrace such drastic change is to also roll the dice of fate, and the denizens here have found their luck wanting. So what do you think, stranger? Though their people lie rotting in the barren fields, was it noble of them to try to reach for the heavens despite the risks? Idealism is well and good, but not when lives are at stake. She nods, a pragmatic answer. But a ruler would soon learn that their hands will never be clean from blood, and doing nothing is still a decision. I'm also suffering from a case of stick drift, which you may notice. I can't stay on the path. I must wander. I must wander to whatever catches my attention, and what's caught my attention is the tower over here. I don't think I can cross this. I think I can, actually. What's the stealth button? There we go. The creature is over here. What's the back? I should probably go right for the village, right? Because then they'll tell me of other places to go. Okay, let's go back to the path. It's where I was always meant to be. On a path, along a path. You look just like the guy who let me in here. This old peasant is murmuring and muttering to himself, occasionally crying out. As you approach, they suddenly fall silent, and apprehension creases their weathered face. Hello? Who's that there? What manner of thing are you? Come closer if you're not corrupted. Or is it my lair is back again to show this old fool mercy? No need to fear, I'm just a traveler. They contemplate this, their eyes roving over and past you. Evidently they are blind. Not many travelers these days. No, border's barred and looks like a barn and locked like a barn door. So either you're a criminal or something worse. I am a criminal. Old Yods had no visitors for many a month. No. None like you, at least. Perhaps there are none left. Ah, cruel winter, why dost thou mock thy sovereign? O lairs, whither have thou flown? Where did all the people go? To bright lamps and warm fires, yes, to lock and key and warding sign. Veropolis, that's where they went. Stilted and guarded, not to be corrupted, safe in the arms of our king. But old Yod's stubborn, see? Stubborn as a rock. Worked this farm since year 0. Or thereabouts. What cares I for sleet or snow, monsters or machine? The king shall protect his house, for all's for naught, or all's for naught. The old farmer lapses in silence, occasionally muttering something inscrutable. How long has winter been going on now? Day after day it snows, week after week and month after month. Poor Yod can't sow, can't reap, can't grow. Someone ought to tell the king. But who hears Yod? Only winds and wisps have been his guests since the lairs fled. The old farmer lapses into silence, occasionally muttering something inscrutable. Was there ever a former Dark Star mercenary around here? Dark Star, eh? Surely a creature of the night. Beware, O thrice. Beware those who follow such heavenly sirens. Star-crossed are they, sailing for a fate that's written on the sky for all save them to read. The name rings a bell, but the temple's ruined. Come back last year or decade, when the spires still gleamed and songs of joy still echoed under the garlands. You take care. So soon to leave old Yod on his Todd. Ah, but you've been here before, you'll be back again. Not long. I have an item for this. I have a assassin's cowl. It gives me 30 lockpick. Ominous bottled vision. A perfect copy of a single vivid dream. These lurid fantasies are subject of feverish moral debate in the Union. This one is by B. Morozov and contains scenes of surreal divinity and moderate dread. What does that mean? I haven't gotten one of those before. Put my armor back on. I want to use it. Whoa, within a few minutes of emptying the bottle, you fall into a deep yet restless sleep. You're in your childhood cottage in the mountains of the Clockwork Kingdom, where gods in extravagant brass masks have gathered to coordinate their plans for the end of time. You try every rhetorical gambit you can imagine to make them postpone it, but the discussion gets lost in irrelevant details. What will we tell the Hydra? Objects the surgeon god of death. You wake up with a sense of creeping doom. Was that my memory, or was it the memory of that guy that it belonged to? I wonder if I've been missing more of those, because it's the first time I've come across that. Attention all citizens. In response to recent outages by the vile saboteur, Its Majesty's servants are conducting security operation in this district. Anyone found in violation of the order shall be presumed an agent of the saboteur and treated accordingly. Long live the king. I will be going into every building. Oh. Are you... The creatures are everywhere. Rusty dagger? That is useless. There was another one here in this field. Maybe that's it over there. Gotta put on the correct attire. Poison shuriken. I don't think I've gotten one of those. Did I go in that one already? I don't think so. I feel like you can't go in that one. I can clearly see all the machinery inside of that. I'm just gonna ignore. This thing is actively moving. Is anyone aboard? I feel like my sensitivity is low. That feels a little better. Always gotta make sure I have the proper attire on. Charm is good for conversations. You're missing an arm. The worker shouts at you at the top of their lungs. Right, let's get to work. Hand me that thaumatic lance. And then you're going under the floor. What? What'd you say? Said what? What? Speak up, will ya? I don't work here. They wince. King's gears. There's no need to shout. What are you talking about? I don't know what you're talking about. Okay. Locked by an unseen device. Stay where you are. Don't move. Not one more inch. Why not? What's wrong? Patterns, resonance, all wrong. Very delicate, easily disturbed. Order and chaos. Chaos and order. No good, no good. Must I really explain the basics? I'm afraid I really don't understand. Landship runs on precise cipher mathematics. Magic numbers. Infinitely multiplied. Any contradiction can throw the balance. As long as you're aboard, you're part of it. Does a cogwheel leave its post and go strolling off through the engine? I seem to suddenly realize something and glance up at you sharply. No. What should I do? Speak only in even-numbered words. When walking, only step on every second floorboard. No more, no less. Do not tread on the cracks. Do not envision the color mauve. And only turn your body left, never right. If you really must turn right, just turn left till you face the way you want. Even numbers. Damn your eyes, even. Okay. My lore skill. Okay, keep an eye out for switches on the walls. When did I get so high up? Was there always... Oh, okay. That's just a cliff I came by. This worker is cradling a hand-rolled cigarette as they graze out of the farmlands. Their voice is slow and hollow. Beautiful, ain't it? From this distance, you can barely even tell. They sigh deeply. You're weeks late, you know. Not that it matters. We need 20 people to run this thing properly, so what difference does one more or less make? What am I late for? You're not the new crew member? Then you must be from Ferropolis. We asked for a real machinist, someone qualified to meddle with the king's magic. I suppose I shouldn't be surprised they sent you, no offense. Actually, I'm trying to get to Ferropolis. Oh, well, never mind. You're not really allowed to be there. But they reassigned our last militia last month. Said he was needed in the city in case of unrest, so I can't be bothered to stop you. Who are you, anyway? I suppose I'm the captain here, at least since Bogdan's clock ran out. Technically, his title was Senior Crew Chief, Landship IV. Is that 4? Landship 4? Though I still haven't officially been promoted to replace him. Although I'm not even sure the king knows he's dead. Anyway, what does it matter? Nothing needs to be done. What is this place building machine? They smile without mirth. Landship. One of those mechanical marvels our kingdom is so famous for. Think of it as a portable workshop or factory. The king sends us wherever we're most needed. And right now you're walking over a farm plot? For the last year we've been helping with food production. Threshing, winnowing, packaging, all that. Not that there's much to be done, as long as this winter keeps going. But if you imagine we can relax... You don't know this kingdom. No, we still have targets to meet, and drills to run, and meaningless make work to perform. Sometimes I think the king just hates to see us not looking busy. Anyway, what does it matter? Nothing to be done. Why are there so few crew aboard? Whoops. Damn you, stick drift. Ah, so you've noticed. Yes, at this point we're not even a skeleton crew, just bone meal. They never did replace Bogdan after he fell onto the tracks and went under. I used to have nightmares about it, but now I don't dream at all. Problem solved, I suppose. Even before it wasn't enough. How we ever managed with just 4 people, I don't know. Still, we must have done it. Although, what does it matter? Nothing to be done. Okay. This is where I came up from. I didn't go this way. Barred from the other side. I need to look for the switches. There's one. Not enough mana. There's still more. Oh, but I went this way. And I already did that one. There's one. There's still more. There's one. Finally. Ooh, factory key rig unlocks its sister factory to the southeast. Cool. Well, I wonder if I can get crushed by this. Probably. Now, I think the path went up there. It'd be wise to go to the village first, because then I will get a bunch of quests that send me everywhere. Is that a pathway? I don't think so. Another person. Wrong hat. Food shortage. Border blockade. Apostolic bloody union. Corruption. And now this damned winter. Why can't we just have one problem at a time, eh? If it makes you feel any better, Hollowshire is the same. They look crestfallen. I was thinking of trying to get to Hollowshire. Things got really bad. I mean, don't give up. Glorious silk. Okay. Ring of Sturdiness. Reduces damage taken while blocking. I still yet to see what that, I've been calling that thing the Dread Nautilus. I want to know what that is about. I wonder if I'll ever get too close to it. And no one's mentioned anything about it, I think. The Dread Nautilus looms. I need more stamina. I didn't mean to do that. Am I still heading towards the kingdom? It's over there. Surely that is it. Okay, I think this is it. I can't wait to own property here. Does it move? I feel like that thing would rotate and spin the kingdom around. There's a lot going on here. I have the right hat on. Let's start here. Let's start with looting the place, why don't we? There's a bunch of rogue machines down there. Fearsome thing, ain't it? Don't worry, this one's on our side. But one word from me, and it'll go at you like a wild beast. So get in line like everyone else. What is that machine? The Clockwork King's most fearsome servants. A clockwork myrmidon. Meant to be the more loyal than any human soldier. But if you've been in the countryside, you know how that turned out. The guard grins. Guess you'll be dealing with muggins here for a wee bit longer, eh? Edict. Halt and behave thyself, citizen, for thou standest before a servant of the Clockwork King. How does one beschrive? Oh, did he say beschrive oneself? How does one beschrive oneself? Pondering. Alas, thy query exceeds the remit of this incarnation. Petitions to its majesty may be submitted at the machinarium. Thou art a vagabond of unknown loyalty, therefore trespass not against the king's peace, for thou art watched and thrice watched. All hail its majesty, Machinus Rex. The king's name is not Machinus Rex, that's hilarious. The Clockwork King. Everything moves in this game. Let's loot this building now. This guard is carefully rolling himself a pungent cigarette. They do not look up. I ain't on duty for another hour, so sod off, or I'll arrest you for aggravated pestering. This is the guardhouse. Nothing to see here, mate. Just a few incorruptible defenders of the realm resting for a tick or two. Something about you catches the guard's attention. They examine you, then lean in and lower their voice. You look like the daredevil sort. Swell sword? Am I wrong? Explorer, maybe? Plenty of spare equipment into Royal Militia, military stuff. And we ain't been paid for 3 weeks running. 50 coin would get you into that armory over there. How about it? Oh, I come across all kinds of treasures in my travels. Me owing you a favor would be far more valuable. See, this is why I put on my fancy hat before I talk to people. Now I get it. You're an entrepreneur. Very well, it's a deal. Just remember our bargain. See, nobody can resist the charm of my fancy hat. I think that's useless to me. I think I have a better version of that armor. The ore's nice, I'll take that. Pretentious Latin name. At least not Deus Ex Machinus. Every time, every bloody time. I swear by the king, I spend more ticks waiting than actually hauling. Don't they know they've got targets to meet? Last week it was Decipher Say gone kaput. The week before, a spilled wagon full of dead sky squid. What's next? Rains of piss? Oh, this is always the worst part. Even an adept of the Machinist Guild must be assayed like everyone else. The commands of our king are enforced without fear or favor. You there, citizen, stay where you are. Anything entering Ferropolis must be assayed for corruption, by order of the king. Now say ah. Ah? The guard deftly pokes the wand inside your mouth, holding it there for a few seconds, and waves it up and down your body while the machine emits little chirps and warbles. What the hell was that? They give you the hairy eyeball. You are free to pass, citizen. Get moving before I arrest you for gross impudence. Okay, there's one more building. Is this the waiting room to get assayed? Baby swallowed up in their voluminous coat. Are you here to see the factor too? You're in for quite the wait, I fear. The guard is occupied trying to stop the waiting room from descending into chaos. Citizen, I've told you, the royal factor is very busy. Your ticket will be called in the order it was... They jerk their head around to yell at someone across the room. Oi! You over there! I told you to sit down. I've got my eyes on you. Now, citizen, like I was saying. You don't understand. It's these new numbers, see. My ticket says 144. Now they're telling me every 10 is a 6. So is it actually 144, or what? 36 plus 44? 70, is it? Oh, and count the bloody 0. See, only a wizard could make sense of it. Now I've been waiting for 2 hours already to see the factor, and I just want to know... You hungry? Somehow I got enough supplies for 2 people. even though I'm traveling alone. Oh, clockwork tea, that's new. It's weird, there's stuff in me pack I don't remember packing. We just got here from Cloud Pine a blast. Held on as long as we could, but this winter finally did us in. Lots of folks like us in this town, or so I heard. I'm just hoping the factor can sort it out. So I think at certain times of the day, people's personalities switch. Which is why this guy doesn't remember packing all the stuff that he has. Anyway, I'm going to see the factor. You can't stop me. If your number's been called, you may speak to the factor. If not, you must stay downstairs. Now please stop bothering me, won't you? The stocky, middle-aged woman is methodically entering numbers into a ledger. She does not look up. Your ticket, please? Numbered 53? She continues writing, eyes fixated on her book. Why, citizen, have you changed such a great deal since I saw you last week? For instance, your missing leg has grown back. Finally, she looks you up over her spectacles. Her expression is surprisingly kind. I know it's very frustrating to be kept waiting like this. I imagine you've come a long way. But we've just had another wave of evacuees from Cloudpine, and every one of them needs a proper bed. So, you're not the only one who has urgent business with the Royal Factor today, see? The Royal Factor continues writing, her little wire-rimmed spectacles perched upon her nose. I'm afraid you'll have to wait your turn, citizen. Downstairs. Mikhail sent me? He says hello. Misha sent you. Well, why didn't you say so? Mr. Gallo, hold all tickets, please. Now, let's have a look at this passport. Not really, it's really not a bad likeness, is it? He's captured your nose perfectly. She hands the passport back to you. You'll be wanting a travel permit then. I believe I can help, but given your unconventional means of arrival, I will require just a teensy little test of your loyalty. One hand washes the other, see? What do you have in mind? Some days ago, a goods caravan was ambushed out in Yansk while on their way to Ferropolis. The only survivor died of their wounds before they could tell us the culprit. Currently, all my militia squads are tied up keeping order in the city, so a proper retrieval mission will have to wait. But there is one particular item in the caravan that we just can't do without. What we're looking for is the Royal Freight Capsule with a chest inside. It should be somewhere northwest of here, in the forest beyond the farmlands. The Factor smiles. If you could bring me the contents of the chest, I think you and I will have a very fruitful relationship. Okay. I love skipping a line. This place feels massive. Bigger than the other towns I've come across. Ooh, interesting landmark. I did not mean to throw a knife. And I got that new item. Clockwork tea. It loosens the tongue and raises charm for a while. There's many a layer to this place. This is the armor place. I believe I do have something I can sell. That would be the plate armor. No, the rusty. Oh no, the rusty armor was new. Okay. Shopkeeper appears very anxious, hard by many problems. No, and for the 6th time, no. We do not yet have any sky-blubbering coats in stock. I have petitioned. I am petitioning. I will petition. I look at you properly. Oh, King's mercy, forgive me for the impromptu grammar lesson, citizen. I mistook you for a regular. Everything's in such a whirl today. I am Quarshi, clothier and armorer to the citizens of Ferropolis. Right now, I have more orders than I can fill. But if you want something that's not out of stock... Yes. Scruffy attire. plus 10 regen. I'll take it. And the clockwork furnishings and the silk thread. You ever see a former Dark Star mercenary around here? Dark Stars? Good heavens, no. I've served barely any mercenaries since the border closed. Half my takings used to come from exports. Our weapons and equipment make the Unions look primitive, or so I'm told. Of course, that's probably why the Union became so belligerent. Couldn't have their own merchants being put out of business, could they? His Majesty had no choice but to retaliate in kind. Perhaps you should speak to Baba Xenia at the squeaky wheel. She's got all sorts coming through that tea house. Is there anything else you need? Only I've got a lot to get done today. Why is there so much demand? Natural consequence of this accursed winter. Even the animals need fur coats. There doesn't seem to be enough fuel, and I've heard people freezing to death in their houses. But, well, just look at what the king sends me. They run various beautiful garments through their hands. Fine diaphanous robes and lacy blouses, silk scarves and thin cotton pantaloons. Perfect summer wear. Maybe I could skin some furry animals for you? Are you joking? All the animals here are earmarked for agriculture and under the king's protection, and imports require a royal permit. Either way, if you dumped a pile of pelts on my counter, I'd have to call the militia. Is there anything else you need? Okay. This is odd. I yearn to see the Clockwork King. Move along, stop your gawping. Whatever's above you is not your concern. But everything all around is so weird and confusing. I must gawk. I must stand and stare. Can I upgrade this? Ooh, Assassin's Brigandine. I could have sold the sword and the dagger. Rusty armor. Can't repair that. Do I already have an Iberian bow? Or not? No. Sell that sword and dagger. Because I already have a... What sword am I using? I guess the fine sword. Get rid of the dagger. You have the stink of the countryside about you. I'm any judge. Dangerous place. Well, citizen, you've come to the right shop. Name's Jacques Zimir. I sell things that kill. What do you need it for? I have to keep records, see, in case the king comes knocking. You know, murdered, manslaughter, you know, crimes in general. They give you the hairy eyeball. I hate the hairy eyeball. These people need to stop giving me the hairy eyeball. Always nice to have a bit of levity in here. Just tell me what to write, don't you? Won't you? I'm a guard for one of those big roaming workshops. They scribble in the ledger. You work the land ships. You're braver than I, citizen. If you ask me, buildings should stay still. You watch out for saboteurs, eh? Now I just need your name, occupation, and place of residence. You can invent some plausible fake details. Something tells you it would be unwise to tell the truth. Jack Samir sniffs the air deeply. Ah, the landship guard. You ain't dead. So I guess I didn't sell you a deaf weapon. What can I do for you? Bomb. Rusty greatsword. Weightless glove. I want the glove. I can't afford it. Sell that knife. Rusty dagger. The rusty greatsword might be nice if I can upgrade that. Because I have a regular sword. Why do you have to keep all those records? Its Majesty understands that folk need protection sometimes, but with that saboteur creeping about, we can't be too careful. He could be secretly buying up weapons and building his own army, or smuggling them out of the Apostolic Union for coin. Truth be told, if the saboteur needs weapons, I'm sure he can get them elsewhere. Still, rules are rules. I'm just glad I ain't having supply problems, like poor old Quarshire, the Clothier, for whatever reason. The king's churning out more weapons than we know what to do with. What else can I do for you? You ever see a former Dark Star mercenary around here? They raise their eyebrows at you, then consult their ledger. Setting Sun Company, Clockwork Lancers. Did you say Dirk Star? No, I remember him. He's a Wainwright, not a sellsword. Sorry, if any Dark Star ever bought weapons here, they used a false identity. Hard to believe anyone would do something like that, I know. Maybe try Vidal, the Vision Trader? He fought in the God War as a lad. And of all the merchants in town, it's him who deals with most often with outsiders. What else can I do for you? I have a feeling the saboteur and the person I'm looking for are one and the same. What is this? Oi, no cutting in line. I was here first. I heard Saboteur submits hundreds of petitions every day, all in different names, telling the king to make more bootlaces, or wind-up dolls, or matching sets of teacups. That's why the summons are always such shite. They say the Saboteur's got old dungeon full of bonsai gods, scribbling away at it, chained and bound since they was only godlets. Interesting theory, anyway. These summoning glitches have me at my wit's end. I've been the first one here every morning for 2 weeks. 2 weeks running, even when it snows. There's still no bread. What's the king playing at? I'd love to give the bastard who maintains these a piece of my mind. What is this machine exactly? You're not from here, are you? This is a royal summoning station. It's how we common folk get most of our food and goods. Only I don't remember the last time I got what I asked for. What's the source of these glitches? Damned if I know. Guild says it's Saboteur making trouble. Last week, I tried asking for a baguette. In case it made a difference. No chance. I got some kind of flute, made of actual jade. My neighbor says it's a clarinet. A jade clarinet sounds quite valuable. Eh? To who? Listen, pal, nobody around here is buying luxuries right now. Makes no difference if you're a clarinet player or a bloody privy cleaner. Food and fuel are what matters, and there ain't enough of either. I try to make the best of it, but if the guild catches you selling summoned goods, they flog you in the street. What do they expect us to do? I'd like to buy the clarinet from you. Very kind, but I already sold it for pennies. Makes a nice toy for my mate's daughter, at least. I hope your luck improves. I don't think I can crouch, can I? I can. Hell of a hole. Holes always put out. You see an old beggar. Pal? Excuse me, pal. Do you know where my house is? Sorry, did you just ask me where your house is? The beggar looks confused. Oh, I did. I'm so sorry to bother a fine citizen such as yourself. Only I can't seem to find it anywhere. Don't you know where your own house is? King's truth, pal, I've got no clue. I know I had one somewhere in the upper city. I just can't seem to recall any of the details. How do you know you had one then? The beggar delves into the rags around their neck and produces an ornate key on a string, holding it up in their blackened fingernails like a talisman. Because I've got this. Where did you get the key from? It's mine, I swear by the king. I've always had it. Had it in my pocket. And I remember, remember my first night on the streets. It was like a nightmare. I knew I'd had a house only the night before. I didn't know shite about sleeping rough. I kept thinking, tomorrow I'll surely find it. Tomorrow this'll be over. Well, that was 2 years ago. Finger clings to the key. Gotta be around here somewhere. Could you just try it on some doors? Oh, I tried plenty. Turns out nobody likes you doing that without asking first. And if you do ask first, then nobody lets you. They all just thought I was mad. Now the militia knows my face, so it's tough for me to leave the conduits. At least it's warmer down here, where the steam pipes are. I must go, but I can give you some coin. Oh, no, don't bother yourself. All I need's to find my house, and I'll be grand. Give me old job back, get me on my feet. Wait, but... Their eyes well up, torn between shame and gratitude. Thank you. That's an interesting situation. But again, that works into my... There's a market down here. That builds into my, my split personality theory. See, he just woke up here one night. He does have a key to a building somewhere. He doesn't know where, though. I'm sure that at some time, their personalities switch. Secret, yeah. Holes lead to secrets. What's that now, my dear? Let me find my looking glass. Why is your face so small? She fishes among the charms dangling around her neck and produces a large glass lens, which has disconcerting effect of magnifying her eye to enormous size. Much better, yes. You see, my dear, I must read your lips, for my ears cannot hear your words. You seek alchemical aid, do you not? I have worm and hair of slug and all that. I am Madame Lascaux, and in the rolling mists of your future, I sense a most fruitful relationship for both of us. My dear, alas, my dear, if only I could bottle a happier fate for you. Still, perhaps there's something I can do. Is this stuff legal? I notice you're not in the upper city. Must an art older than any kingdom answer to transient dictates of mortals? Ah, who can say? But let us not talk of clauses and codicils, which do so befuddle my old mind. Think instead of your future, and your heart, a sense of burning thirst for what I can supply, and a great fear of chains and fetters, and I also sense a complicated relationship with our dearest king. Well, oh, must fell are the omens for you, should you try to play the goody two-shoes. Now, my dear, what more would you ask of me? Ooh, I love me a truth potion. I can't, I'm broke though. I gave my last money to a beggar. Trader looks nervous. King's blessing, citizen. Don't often see new faces down here. Or have we met before? I've not got much STOCK just now. But if you've got wee mouths to feed, maybe I can settle aside something next time I do. What can you tell me about this place? You mean the conduits? It's not posh, it's far from pretty, but it's warm, and it's cheap, and the militia don't bother us, so I suppose that makes it home. This wee bit here is what we call the bazaar. There's no summoning stations down here. It's harder to invoke the king's magic. Some folks see that as a blessing, though. To the cogs, it seems to be out of sight, out of mind. Why do you keep spelling out words? A lot of folk think you can escape the king's notice by avoiding certain words, like BY or COST. No idea if it works, but it can't hurt. So I don't SELL anything. I, possess it. Don't get it twisted, mind. The machinists ain't against commerce or making money. You see all those fancy shops up there? They just hate anything they can't track and measure. That's how they stay in control. Anyhow, it is what it is. Oh, okay. Tried to petition for a home in the upper city? Pointless. The king rejected me because my committee score was too low. What does that even mean? I swear they just make up a number and pretend there's some wizardry behind it. Then if you ask how to increase it, they say it's too complicated to explain. Just like real life. Because what is a credit score? The conduits are beautiful in the rain. You know, all that water running down from upper city, rivers, curtains of it, down the pipes and gutters and cascading off all the odd bits of machinery. Maybe you'll get it too if spring ever returns. Whoa. Waterfall? No. Hi there. Weapon? Weapon? Fuck are you? You leak it, wee scrote? Oi, weapon! Why are you shouting weapon? Weapon. Weapon's my pet. So-called because he's a pure spanner, like. Weapon. Come here, you wee dauber. Woman is guarding a bucket of water. King's grace to you, citizen. Don't mind me. I have nothing worth stealing. Why are you hiding here with a bucket of water? I'm not hiding it. I'm warming it, eh? These pipes are right into machinarium. Here, look. She grabs your hand and holds it against a metal pipe for a few seconds. It's hot. Wouldn't be right to refuse a gift from the king. Now would it? I'm just making sure nothing's wasted. And this was where I first came down. Okay. There was a building I walked past up here. The inn. I don't have any money for a bed, though. King's favorite pet. Welcome to the Squeaky Wheel Tea House. What can old Baba Xenia do for ye? Can I ask you some questions? Xenia blows a plume of smoke. Not from around here, are you, pet? Don't fret. Nearly everyone in the kingdom came here from somewhere else. What's new in the Clockwork Kingdom? Snow, mostly. The king, blessed be its name, controls our seasons, see? Used to give us nice, long springs and summers. But this winter was scheduled to end months ago, and has havoc on our farmers. I'm sure His Majesty must have some plan in mind, though. I don't believe what you hear about the stockpiles running dry. Guild says it's a rumor spread by the saboteur to make us all panic. Some folk think we should reopen the Hollowshire border, but I don't know. The Apostolic Union got it in for us, and if you ask me, it's no coincidence they started making trouble right after we arrived. We don't get too many outsiders these days. So this island wasn't always part of the Honorary Isles? Oh no, pet. We sailed here 10 or 15 years ago, so you can trade with Hollowshire. That was grand, till the Union started moving more troops into Hollowshire too. When I was a lass, we called this island Cardova, a muddy wee Wiccan fiefdom. It was bound to an old mother god, whose name, she glances around, is no important. It wasn't all bad, mind. I remember Ma taking me to a Wiccan wise woman when I got pregnant and didn't want it. But that fickle old god asked a heavy price to see us through. Each winter. Good riddance, says I. He said a lot of people used to come here. Why? Oh, they flocked from all over to help us build the king. Build the king? Slev, Lundel, Bayan, Vena, even Puria, or further. Lots of them. Fought for the Union in the God War, but didn't like where it was heading. Now, old school Cardovans, like myself, are almost a minority. Not that I'm complaining, mind. We get the brightest brains in all the Sky Realms, hobnobbing in here. That la-di-da Uridite Academy has got nothing on the squeaky wheel. Okay, the king was built. Is it just me, or are a lot of people here having memory problems? Xenia's expression of genial indifference suddenly seems fixed in one place. Are they now? Can't say I'd noticed. Maybe that's me own memory going for funny, eh? Xenia, I already know something weird is happening. It's obvious you know something too. Xenia blinks, then checks for eavesdroppers and leans in close. Hey, maybe folk are a bit absent-minded lately. Can you blame them? Tough times like these will do that to the mind. Thing is, it's getting worse. I've tried to keep a diary, what I'd forgotten. It just made me feel pure bonkers. It must be the corruption, worming into our houses, twisting things. Why do you even talk about something like that? How do you ken something's wrong when you can't remember what it was before? Those folks who do try to discuss it tend to get extra forgetful soon after. Listen, Pet, maybe don't stay in this land any longer than you need to, eh? I'm sure there's folks back home who'll be missing you. More questions? What can I do in Ferropolis? The city's nearly as tall as it is wide. The higher you go, the richer it gets. Some say it's dangerous below in the conduits, but that's shite. Good bargains down there if you can where to look. Those big metal kiosks you see folk queuing for are royal summoning stations. That's how townsfolk get bread. Why is this place called the Squeaky Wheel? The Machinist Guild has a saying, the squeaky wheel gets the grease. To me it's good things go to whoever asks loudest, not always who needs it most. My late wife saw it differently. She said it was a motto. If we want good things, you've got to make noise. We never did settle that argument. Tell me about bottled visions. The kingdom's premier export, so I'm told. A real dream or fantasy, trapped and corked for the buyer's pleasure. But if that's your triple, you best find a licensed vision trader. Not that I'm judging mind, it's perfectly legal here. I ken why it's so popular, it's just not old Baba Xenia's personal cup of tea. Besides, I can't be arsed with the extra permits. Do you know about a Dark Star mercenary? Oh, aye. It's been all over the dispatch. That Rage Lady Captain, Velma was it? Viola? It's making all kinds of trouble for the Union. Good for her, I say. Fine, if you're looking for Dark Star sorts around here, I'll have to disappoint you. Although there was that adventurer fella who went over to the side 10 or 15 years ago now. Frost. That was it, Caxton Frost. Used to be a hero of the kingdom. In the end, his own crewmates chipped him dead in some kind of mutiny. Made the front page of that week's dispatch. A lot of folk thought he got what he deserved. Do you think he deserved it? I think it's a shame. Shame such a talented fella felt he'd been better off with a bunch of skyfaring reprobates than here in the kingdom. Still, play stupid games and you get stupid prizes. I can't afford a room. Hear about the famine over in Hollowshire? Where did you hear that rumor? I read about it in the Royal Dispatch. Actually, I've recently been to Hollowshire. You look the traveling type. Maybe you can confirm the news then? The Inquisition is doing its best over there. That's most interesting. My, but would you look at the time? Sorry, pal. I'm supposed to be meeting someone here. My opponent knows I've pondered every strategy ever played by man or god. What they don't know is that my tea is dosed with an amnesia potion of my own mesh recipe. They're wholly unprepared to face a lunatic. My opponent's knowledge of the game is undoubtedly superior. There's no move I can possibly make that they will not anticipate. However, I know something my opponent does not. I'm cheating. So I heard this story right. A man and a woman, lovers they were, like two seeds in a pod. You couldn't pry them apart with a crowbar. Lived in Ferropolis, though. I can't say where they are now. Well, one night, these two had an awful fight and went back to their own families for a while. Both of them prayed to the king to make them forget the other. And you know what? The king answered. What'd the king do? Granted their prayers, didn't they? The next morning, they both woke up with no memory of ever meeting. They went on like this for years, searching for someone new, never quite finding the right one. And one day, they met again, in this very tea house. And even though they didn't recognize each other, they were drawn together irresistibly. How did that? They got married and had 18 kids or so, I heard. Their love was so strong that not even the king could keep them apart. They both got their memories back eventually, and swore never to make the same mistake again. Can the king actually do that? It's only a story, mate. Your Dimitri's story is he's full of shit. My husband forgot who I was. You wouldn't catch me dead reminding him. Oh. Oh, this must be the room. What are you staring at? Waiting to see if I grow an extra head? I'd pay to see that. Keep your money, pawns. The kingdom pays me well. What have you seen? Name's Doyle. I'm a royal cleanup worker. You know, fighting the corruption? Hero of the kingdom, they call me. More medals than you've had hot dinners. What's my reward? Children hide or stare at me wherever I go. Shopkeepers wipe down every surface I touch. When I'm done here, the landlady will bury my mug, so that I don't contaminate any other patrons. So what? Your friends dare to talk to me, come to stammer some shite about how grateful you are for my service, or are you just tired of being human? I'm not afraid, I was just curious. Not afraid of the corruption, huh? Well, take my advice. You should be. 2 more weeks of leave, and I'm back to the corrupted land. Damn the king. But it's never enough. That all? No offense, but I might be dead soon, and I don't want to spend my last hours with you. Did I really hear you curse the king earlier? Let them execute me. From where I sit, that looks like a promotion. You'd be surprised what I can get away with, newbie. Many folk can do my job. Is that a threat? Just an observation. Now scram, will ya? How would someone get into the corrupted lands? Are you taking a piss? Is that what you came to my table for? Think it's all lark, don't you? One big adventure? Not at all. I may need to go there, and I take your expertise very seriously. Yeah? Well, damn right. Officially, the corrupted lands are strictly forbidden. Unofficially, we couldn't give a boiling piss about stopping suicidal tourists. Most folk don't make it across the ravine southeast of here, but I've seen an old abandoned digging engine still lying around. If you had a machinist insignia, or a good head for tinkering, I reckon you could make your own bridge. Of course, you could always sign up for a life of excitement with us. Now scram, will ya? How rude should I be about sitting with you? Let them execute me. You'd be surprised what I can get away with, newbie. Not many folk can do my job. Okay, I'm done. Hello. Of course, there's nothing about that summoning outage. The machinists would never admit the saboteur bloody their noses like that. I would love to meet the king. Is this King Tower? I assume I'm not allowed up there. I'm taking it. No, it's taking me down. Well, where am I? I guess this is how you conveniently get up. Oh, hi there. Yep. This would be the way up. I desire to meet the king. I need answers. This is another entrance, maybe? No, there's other stuff going on here. You're confronted by a middle-aged man with piercing eyes and a bushy, well-kept salt and pepper beard. Halt, in the name of the king! Traveler, you are hereby detained in the name of its majesty, the Clockwork King. Please don't do yourself a mischief by resisting. Why? I am Sunil, the king's speaker, first among equals of the Machinist Guild. In its ever-advancing wisdom, its majesty has requested your presence in the audience chamber at the Machinarium. This is not optional. Ah, yes, of course. I have information. I have important information for its majesty, for its ears only. Convey me thither, my good man. I see. Well then, citizen, follow me to the Machinarium. That's the king? As you approach the vast machine, a sense of uncanny pressure pervades your body. As if you're pushing against an invisible wall that grows stronger with every step. Is it sorcery or only your fear? Your soul knows that the king is bigger than this interface. Bigger than the room. Bigger than the Machinarium. Bigger than the sky. You feel minuscule in its presence, and somehow fictional. It's as if your memories were merely this thing's daydreams. Charm is so OP. And he looks like you're going to meet the king regardless. Is the king the entire kingdom? If he's purely mechanical and he controls everything, surely this is just the face of the king and the king is everywhere. The noise of wheels and pistons fuse into an abyssal roar. Your skin fizzes, your sense of balance swirls. You taste metal, then burnt nuts, then somehow magenta. A delicate metal arm shrivels into life and begins to write. Invocation afoot. Please abide. Invoking. Rejoice and exult. The invocation is cast. He speaks like the machines, too. All hail its majesty, Machinist Rex, the Clockwork King. Now summoning cannon, courtesy. Royal audience, human, ignorant. Alas, cannot invoke. Cannot invoke. The flood of symbols fill the parchment several times over until finally the quill stops. I think the king has a few bugs. Augury. Subject indicates confusion, 62% confidence. Conjuring alternate exegesis. Fetching true name. Judgment. Thou art subject number MCDX CCXL 11II. Affirm. I'm not one of your subjects, I'm from outside. Alas, cannot summon codex outside. Axiom. All trespassers in the most glorious Clockwork Kingdom are made subject to our majesty immediately upon entry for all time. Therefore, edict, thou art subject MCDX, okay. Thou art summoned here to account for thy purpose. Therefore, we demand, what is thine answer? I'm an Apostolic Union agent, hunting a dangerous outlaw. Pondering. Our Majesty does not recognize the entity known as the Apostolic Union. Therefore, edict, all Union agents must first account for past grievances. Thus, again, the inscrutable symbols fill the page, continuing for about a minute. Therefore, we demand, what is thine answer? What? Well, Gobbledygook and Fibble give it to you too. I'm sorry, I don't understand. Axum. To learn the ways of our majesty is duty of all subject. To willfully fail this duty is treason. Therefore, judgment, thou hast our judgment. Therefore, we once again demand, what is thine answer? Your question has no answer. Pondering. Judgment. Subject. Thine answer is invalid. Therefore, edict, thou art selected for the sacramental duty. All prior purpose is hereby annulled, and shall be as dust. What does that mean? The sacramental duty is as follows. Ah, yes, of course. Beep beep boop boop. I get it. This time, the nonsense continues for several minutes. Augury. Failure of these tasks may result in critical reality exception, 76% confidence. Judgment. A critical reality exception may imperil this kingdom. Therefore, edict, dereliction of this duty will be punished by unmitigated annihilation. How can I obey if I can't understand you? Pondering. Judgment. Obedience does not require understanding. Therefore, edict. Can I get that guy in here? He said he was the professional, whatever, translator, word speaker of the king. Surely he understands this. He could explain things more to me. Thou shalt perform sacramental duty. Thine audience is concluded and thou art dismissed. Therefore, edict, vacate immediately this hallowed chamber and begin thy task on pain of annihilation. I was imagining the Clockwork King to be more like the Inquisitor at the beginning. A kind of person-machine combination. I don't even want to talk to him again. I will not ask what passed between you. It is enough for me that the king's will is done. However, His Majesty has given no further instructions regarding your presence. I trust you'll see yourself out. Wait, I need to tell you the king's message. No, you do not. Its Majesty is quite capable of appraising me of its concerns directly, and my staff will review the logs of your audience. Begone, I will not ask you again. But the king chose me for sacramental duty. It said there'd be a critical reality. So Neil waves his hand and the sigil cipher shines in the air. You suddenly cannot you cannot move or speak. Enough! Hear me, traveler. Its Majesty's edicts are complex and easily misunderstood by one such as you. Any task of true import will be noted and addressed. You are finished here. What? Can't you see I'm busy? How's it going? Oh, I'm perfectly on schedule, but we're still waiting for bloody summoners. Less than a day to go before final commit. Final commit. And they're not even in Rune Lock. Ah! Ah! Alright, King's toenails. No more, no more. Let's both take a deep breath and calm down. I thought you were one of the comatologists. That bastard's been stalking me all day, trying to hurry my work. I'm working as fast as I can. What's the delay? I'm a summoner. We maintain the cipher spells that transport goods throughout the kingdom. From farm to stockpile to summoning station or back again. How do I use the summoning station? It's quite simple. Approach the machine, visualize what you want, and press use. If you don't receive the right thing, you probably didn't visualize it correctly. It sounds very complicated. These spells are invoked thousands of times per day. One small mistake in this room will ripple across the kingdom. Maybe you shouldn't have that power. I leave that to the philosophers. We're busy changing the world. Any further queries? How do I leave? Oh, lore. Lore. I don't read the lore. It gets added to like a lore book later that I could always read later. Comatologist. Anything I can do to help? I don't know. Yes, I could do that. So this is the king. Oh, wow. It updated my quest, but... Wait. Sky Pirate Caxton Frost. Look for a man who has trouble walking with a moth tattoo on his left buttock. Madness of the King. Perhaps someone in Ferropolis could tell you more? How did I get up here? It was right here, wasn't it? This has been a confusing experience. Chop. King's blessing, citizen. I'll be with you in a tick. God's teeth. A new customer. Shopkeeper seizes your hand and shakes it vigorously. Welcome, welcome, dear citizen. I'm Vidal, the foremost fully licensed vision trader in Ferropolis, and dare I say, the Clockwork Kingdom. Vision trader? Exactly so, good citizen. The kingdom's premier export, famed across the sky realms. Please forgive me for not standing up. These legs haven't been the same since the God War. So what's your fancy? A dream of flying lightness and freedom on the wing? Reverie of the vanished past? For the daring soul, a nightmare so chilling your waking life will seem like bliss. I'm looking for information. I'm looking for a Darkstar mercenary. Mercenary? King's Grace, no. There was a fellow named Caxton Frost who ran off to join some band of sky pirates. That was his Dark Stars, I think. However, he met a sticky end when his leader made him walk the plank. Of course, if you're interested in sky battles and such like, we have plenty in stock. It's quite a common fantasy. Let's see. Palanquins, penis thieves, pirates. What? Would you like to be one, fight one, romance one, be menaced by one, be menaced and romanced by one, attend university with one, play chess with one, inexplicably find yourself naked with one, or something else? Romancing a pirate sounds interesting. Then you'll be pleased to know we just got the latest Metcalfe in. They're very popular. If you wanted another day to ask me, they'd already be sold out. I'm looking for a real person out of... Why are Metcalfe's visions so popular? Metcalfe is the best in the business. Exquisite imagination. All those little details you'd never think to imagine. It's like he'd really been a buccaneer. Well, would you like to know the secret? I've met the man, and I can categorically tell you. Horace Metcalfe is an ordinary human being like the rest of us. Just goes to show there's no limit on dreams, eh? Where would I find this ordinary human being? I'm afraid I'm not at liberty to divulge his address. Bottled visions can stir up powerful emotions, you understand? Some people get a little fixated on one supplier or another. Best for everyone that dreams stay dreams. And all I will say is that he lives outside the city, so it's far too dangerous for you to go searching for him. Do you have another question? I guess not. Ooh, such cheap visions. Passionate, quizzical, thrilling. Ghost wine. Very valuable. Should I sell this? Hello. Just came back from work. What are we doing? We finished Psychopomp pretty early on, and we're just ending the stream with a little bit of Dread Delusion. Currently investigating the Clockwork Kingdom, which is a very confusing place. Rolled over by a strange machine. What? Out of nowhere, you get the random urge to check your pocket. Inside, you find a scrap of paper that you've never seen before. The enigmatic note reads, "We must speak, but hostile eyes are watching. Meet me after nightfall in the park in Upper Ferropolis. I'll be waiting under the gazebo. Come along, trust no one. A friend." The Saboteur! The park in Upper Ferropolis? How upper are we speaking? Oh, that looks like a park. Ooh. Clockwork teapot. Not sure what that did, though. Oh, it opened this, didn't it? Now, how do I get to that? Just over here. Over there. Another one of those machines. Oh, over here. There's the gazebo. It said night, right? You're having trouble with the king? Talk to Reza. They really helped me out when the guild kept insisting I should be able to grow 2 acres of potatoes in my bathtub. How did Reza help you? It showed me how to file a petition that would pause any goods targets laid on my property. She said you have to file it under safety and not targets. All the targets petitions go into one big pile that never gets read. Where can I find them? Down in the conduits. Look for a market trader in a brightly colored clothing. Just mind yourself, it's a weird place. I'm going. Maybe they can explain what the king wants of me. That's the king building. A brightly dressed trader in the conduits. None of you are brightly dressed. You? Are any of you Reza? Maybe they're only here at a certain time. You're Madame Lacau. Oh my god, the stick drift. I'm not missing somebody, am I? That's locked. This is nothing. You're not a trader, are you? What about you? You're not brightly dressed. Okay. Did I go that way? I don't remember. I think I did. I went in there. That's where the Clockwork King is. Let's go up here. Ain't seen you around here before. Not a resident, I'll warrant. Actually, I just moved in. Right, welcome to the Icebox then. My condolences. Name's Kar. I solve problems around here and I look after folk. Guess that includes you. Let's see, boilers are busted right now. Maybe the number 4's got extra buckets if you need them. We get hold of anything to burn. You share it round. We'll do the same for you. Folks here look after each other. Last thing, we don't want any problems in this building. Things are hard enough without the king's wrath coming down on us. You'll get involved with any funny business, you keep it to yourself. These are good people, you understand? They don't deserve no trouble. Make none and we'll get on just fine. Any advice for a new neighbor? I clicked on the wrong thing. Can't complain, but I'm worried about Yosip at number 28. Cold is bad enough in the main building, let alone in the floaters. You come across any spare fuel, you let me know. Don't you notice something weird about this building? It's shifting. I just noticed. Weird like what? The newcomers asking funny questions? Oh, never mind. The room numbers go up to 28, but there's only 5 rooms. They paused to digest this. It's clear they haven't thought about it before. Huh, now that you mention it, that is weird. They shrug. Probably just another little royal whoopsie. Assigning room numbers that don't make no sense? Typical. You want something more from me? Let's see. Boilers are busted. King's favor. It's an awful shame about poor Nadja. Heart breaks for her mother. What's wrong with Nadja? Nadja's very sick, can't even get out of bed. If you dropped by to wish her well, I'm sure her mother would appreciate it. When Uncle Yosip's room split off the building, we got no warning, none whatsoever. I have to winch up supplies to him in a bucket. You wouldn't believe the bribes you have to pay for a ladder around here. Mind the lady number 12. Snores like a sky barge engine. I should know, I fix them. The boiler's a death trap, but will they let my son look at it? No, that'd be tampering with royal property. And 3 days in the stocks. Only a bona fide machinist with a work order from the king is authorized to fix it. How do you get one of those? That's right, another bloody petition. We'll all be frozen solid by the time they get to us. Money. You're the sick one? Oh, hello. Are you one of Nadja's pals? I'm afraid she's not seeing anyone right now. Is she alright? She looks like she's out for the count. No, she's not alright. I apologize, stranger. You're not seeing me at my best just now. I'm Nadja's mother, Yasmin. This last month I've been her full-time carer as well. It's those bottled visions, you see. What happened to her? Our family has had a rough few years, and there wasn't much joy in our lives, so when Nadja first started getting into visions, I was happy for her. Then she began spending all her free time dreaming. Soon she was sleeping till noon, missing work. Now she barely wakes up at all, and she's never lucid when she does. She can't work, can't even feed herself, but she does need food and fuel to keep warm. With all these summoning glitches, I have to pay cash on the black market, and we're down to the last dregs of our savings. I just don't know how we can survive like this for much longer. Isn't there some kind of treatment? I don't know. I'm not an alchemist, or any kind of vision expert. We petitioned the king for a doctor to visit, but with the way things are, it'll be months before we hear back. You mentioned your family had a rough time lately? A few years ago, my husband passed away, and I got very sick. The creeping cough, you know. Even today, I can't really work because of all the spores in my lungs. Then last year, we had to leave our house in the countryside due to the corruption. As far as I know, it's still out there, slowly sinking back into the mud. This room and its contents are all we have left. I don't mean to moan, truly. There's so many in this kingdom who have it worse than us. I just know it was tough on Nadja, that's all. Maybe I could find Nadja a doctor. Oh, would you? Yes, you could visit Vidal the Vision Trader about it. I doubt I could face him without knocking his lights out and thrashing his shop. Vidal must have seen cases like Nadja's before. If there's any way to help her, he'd surely know. And if he refuses, you tell him he'll answer to me. Was there anything you wanted? This is the top room? Oh, is that the room that floated off? There's so much more to this kingdom, it's crazy. And everything is connected and moves. Hello, hi, YD Yoda, welcome on in. I just fell! That's okay. Um, I made it seem like I was moving into the building. I lied about that. And I was kind of hoping I could get a room and sleep. I must change hats for this. But I think I'm gonna have to pay for one. They hate when you run on the walls of the Clockwork Kingdom. But they can't stop me. Okay, let's get this bed and meet this person. Do you have any rooms for rent? 5 coins. That's the most expensive room I've come across so far. Is this it? Why is there another room attached to it? It's a room with a view. Night. We have a mysterious meeting, possibly with the Saboteur. Maybe the Saboteur is just a rumor made up to explain the king being crazy. And the king not working properly. Hi. The woman smiles at you with a spark in her sea-green eyes. Her mechanical arm gives a fluid salutation as her brooch marks her as a member of the Machinist Guild. Hello, stranger. Come to escape the worlds for a bit. Might I ask your name? Oh, I'm simply a citizen of Ferropolis, letting my boiler cool. Look at this place. They still trust it to run a little wild, you see? Are you a friend by any chance? Her smile widens. So you've got my note. Thank you for coming. Sorry for the cloak and dagger dance. The machinarium is tense right now. Being seen with me would put you in danger. My name's Afra. I'm the chief interpreter of the Machinist Guild, and I'm very excited to meet you. Why? Tell me, friend. Which part of yourself do you like the least? If you could change something today, what would it be? I guess my body. I always struggled to look my reflection in the eye. Oh, honey, I know exactly how you feel. But why should you have to accept that? Why shouldn't you be able to change it? We live in an age of marvels, increasing every year. Magic is abundant. Fizzing in the air and in the stones and in our blood. Why not use it? Magic is dangerous. It always has a price. True, but its dangers can be managed. Its costs shared. What about the cost of leaving things as they are? The yawning abyss of suffering that we call ordinary life. She's talking very quickly now. What does this have to do with your note? Oh, yes, of course, the note, Listen, you already know something is deeply wrong with this kingdom, don't you? You need to pretend. Anyone can see it, even if they're afraid to say so. Go on. It's not just the shortages or this awful winter, or even the corruption. The king's alterations to reality have lost all rhyme or reason. Things are going missing. People, houses, towns, words, even memories. Many people blame the machinist, but the truth is that even we no longer understand the king's actions. Hence, I suspect that all these problems are just different sides of one problem. Bluntly, the Clockwork King is going mad, and nobody has any idea why. That is, nobody except me. As chief interpreter, my sacred duty is to analyze His Majesty's wishes. I've become convinced that the king is trying to tell us something huge, something we don't want to hear. What exactly did the king say to you? Speaker Sunila won't let me read the logs until he's redacted any confidential information, but that'll take months, and we may not have months. It told me to perform the sacramental duty. The sacramental duty? I've never heard of such things. Didn't it explain what that means? Yes, but in some weird language I've never seen. Of course, these symbols the king spits out are sixfold cipher language. I could read them easily if only I could access the logs. Damn it, Sunil. Why won't you listen? Friend, this confirms my worst fears. Her speech quickens. Because, don't you see, it's all connected. If cipher is true language reality and cipher magic is powered by cognition, that means we must account for all relevant cognition within a defined thumospace, which in this case is a whole kingdom. Now, Correct's law states that the cumulative cipher interactions of incognitive entities may be expressed as a six-dimensional vermiform manifold according to the function for leaps between apparently unrelated topics at dizzying speeds, growing increasingly frustrated as she struggles to express the contours of some vast structure inside her head. I'm sorry, this isn't going how I imagined. It's all so damnably tangled up together. If only... That's it, you need to see it for yourself. There's a house here in Ferropolis. It's scheduled for removal, but I've been sure to delay. Long enough for you to visit. Take this key. Inside the house, you'll find a mirror. Walk through it. Where is this house? Tucked away on the lowest level of the city. What locals call the conduits. I think I saw the locked door. Is it dangerous? Quite dangerous, yes. But then again, only a little more so than simply being in the kingdom in the first place. Dress warmly, don't linger in one place for too long, and do not touch anything. Okay, okay. Down to the conduits. To find this door? Oop, I'm touching things. Squirming Godlet. The mirror. Step out the other side of the mirror. For a moment, you think you're still in Ferropolis, until you look up and see that the sky is gone. Instead of the honorary isle's familiar red neuron star, there is only blackness, save for a swirling gyre of dim blue light, staring down at you like a malevolent eye. A tenement drifts overhead, unmoored from the earth, tumbling slowly end over end. All around you, the city twists up impossibly into the air. Houses piled upon houses, pipes and drains guttered, spreading like tree branches as far as the eye can see. Look around. It's freezing here. Frost crumbles under your feet, and every surface is hung with icicles. You see statues in naturalistic poses cluttering the street, but no people. From somewhere nearby, there's a sound of discordant music. Hello? Afra? Anyone? There's no answer save the echo of your own voice. Examine the statues. Your stomach twists as you realize the statue was once a living person. Their mouth is open and their fist is raised in the air, as if they were frozen solid in the midst of a screaming argument. As you explore, you find another frozen person, lying tucked up in a bed in the middle of the street, wearing a nightcap with a pom-pom on the end. There's a family sitting around a dinner table, forks and cups suspended halfway to their mouths. You shiver. Why the hell did Afra bring you here? Look for the source of the music. The music verges on a random noise. Every time you think you've figured out the structure, it changes and slips from your grasp. Sometimes it stops for several minutes, and all you can do is wait, shivering. In the deserted remnants of an old plaza, you find a grand piano. Its keys clinkered and plonked on their own. No other living soul is visible. You shiver. Why the hell did Afra bring you here? Ignore the scenery and search for a way out. Time seems to work differently here. You feel like you've been wandering for hours, but it could be minutes. At some point you realize that you're now upside down in relation to where you started. A rowing boat with two petrified passengers spins in the air. Finally, leaning on the railings of a catwalk that goes nowhere, clad in well-worn coat, you spot Afra. She waves at you. Afra's breath misses in the air and she gives you a worried smile. Well, fancy seeing you here. What is this place? My best guess is we're in a pocket dimension created or repurposed by the king. Alternatively, it could be the very beginning of our cosmos, before the neuron stars were born, or the end, after they've died. This is all just speculation, you understand. How did you get here? Same way you did. I discovered this place by chance about a year ago, and have been studying it ever since. But as far as I can tell, no other living machinists even know about it. Why is it so cold? Have you tried to cast spells here? I think the bedrock cipher syntax is broken, somehow, or different. That would mean the clauses defining material objects are left incomplete and loop back into the void, dumping their energy as they go. And heat is just energy, really. This hypothesis would be quite heretical in the apostolic union, but suffice it is to say, the existence of this place calls orthodox cosmology into question. So this is what you wanted to show me? Yes, this is what the king's been doing. Everything you see here has vanished from our world by the king's magic. When they vanish, reality adjusts around them as if they were never there. There are hundreds of people here, houses, streets, towns. It's a silent massacre. No one's allowed to think about. And it's speeding up. Can't we help these people? Bring them back somehow? Anything that stays here more than about 6.5 hours become irrevocably void-touched and would disintegrate upon returning to our world. The best we can do is try to stop the inflow. How could this be stopped? I was hoping you'd ask that. We'd lingered here long enough. If you're willing to help, step through this mirror and meet me back in Unison Park after nightfall. Did I say Unison? I have another question first. How is this possible? Years ago, before I joined the Machinists, we gave the king the power to alter people by magic. The idea was that a new society would need a new kind of citizen, with new virtues and skills. Before long, my colleagues began using this power to rewrite troublesome personalities, or even erase them from existence. I wish I'd paid closer attention. It wasn't my department, you understand. But this is beyond anything we ever asked for. I scoured the logs and almost everything here was vanished by the king on its own initiative. In other words, we've lost control. It sounds like you got your wish. Perhaps I should have asked more questions, raised more objections. But please believe me, most of my colleagues are not evil people. No one wanted this. In fact, I found evidence of at least 12 missing machinists from my own department whom nobody remembers. Did any of them try to raise the alarm? Am I really the first to find this place? No wonder, we always feel so understaffed. What do you mean it's speeding up? Do you know what exponential means? Suppose you have 2 spore mites, and they breed. Then you have 4 spore mites, and they breed. So then you have 8 spore mites, and they breed. Oh shit. Indeed. Let's get out of here. It would have been very cool if I could have experienced that realm. So just hearing the Clockwork Kingdom, it made me think there would be a clock. Big clock that was controlling everything. And that at certain points when it ticked, people's personalities and stuff would change and whatnot. But I guess they're literally just losing memories. And that guy's house must have just disappeared as well. So, friend, now you have seen the cost of the king's madness. Will you help me? I'll compensate you, of course, as best a humble engineer can. You have my attention. O King's mercy, thank you. You cannot know how grateful I am that someone understands. I've been working on a spell. It would stop the vanishings and reform the king's power so that it can only alter people at their own request, with their consent. Just like we talked about, see? Unfortunately, my spell must be enacted inside the king's audience chamber. And these days, only Speaker Sunil and his inner circle are allowed. They're also paranoid about the saboteur. But you, the king summoned you specifically. Do you realize how rare that is? Its Majesty doesn't make mistakes, only decisions. We don't understand yet, and its Majesty has decided you are important. If we can induce the king to summon you again, Sunil would have to let you in. He'd never disobey a royal command. Then you can input my spell. Does that all make sense? Just tell me what you need me to do. First, we need to catch the king's attention. About a month ago, a strange phenomenon was reported in the graveyard outside Ferropolis. My analysis suggests that phenomenon are a secret message from its majesty. Take my Machinist Guild insignia and investigate the graveyard. The graveyard keeper may be able to help you. Use it carefully, friend. These insignia command great power throughout the kingdom. Now, I could be wrong, but I suspect the message will begin with music like this. She hums a haunting tune, somehow familiar and ethereal, all at once, like lullaby from time's own beginning. Where will I find this graveyard? Outside Ferropolis to northwest. What can I do with your Machinist insignia? The Machinist Guild is empowered to act with the king's own authority. My colleagues use their insignia to investigate crimes, requisition goods, and generally compel obedience. No stress. This brooch is a privilege, not a toy. I trust you won't do anything untoward with it. I don't know. I'll be careful with it. Good. After all, if the guild were to find out, well, no matter. I'll break 1,000 rules if it's what it takes to save the kingdom. So is your mission clear? I understand. How else can I empower you? Please don't breathe a word of our plan to anyone, especially Speaker Sunil. I shudder to think what he'd do to us if he found out. Alright. Cool. Usually this game has a lot more exploration, but what comes with finding a new town is that you have to spend hours in the town learning things about the new realm you're in. So, maybe in a future stream we will do a bit more exploration. But, that's gonna be it for today, guys. Stream of exploring the Clockwork Kingdom. Don't know how interesting this was for you, but I'm very interested in what's going on here. But I also like the exploration parts. That's fun as well. Anyway, that is it for today, guys. Next stream on Friday. The video comes out on Friday, I think. Like an hour before the stream. So, yeah. That's to look forward to. Video soon. It has detective-like elements. Yeah, the other realms weren't like this. Or were they? I don't know. Maybe. It's been a while since I've played. But yeah, video out Friday. And, stream out Friday, too. We will be exploring Pathologic's tech demo. The tech demo 2002. Very interesting, very weird, probably extremely short as well. But anyway, that's it for today, guys. Thank you all for being here and hanging out. And goodbye.